Bossman, show in front of the show, Coach Josh Pastner. Big win last night, 12th game of the year. Our Yellow Jackets are doing really well. Coach P, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back. It's always great to be able to get on with you and talk hoops, and especially this time of the year where March Madness is right around the corner, so a lot of excitement in the air with college basketball and a lot to talk about.
And, Coach, you got to love last night, Coach. You guys jumped out, said 12-0 run in the second half and set the tone. Now, thank God, even the got close, you guys held it down. Man, tell us about that, man, seeing you guys finish the game last night after that great win you had there last night in Blacksburg on the way back to Atlanta last night.
Yeah, well, a couple things. First of all, we knew look, Virginia Tech's a top 20 team. They're a very good basketball team. It's a road game. It was kind of one of those old school – backyard brawls the first half, 24-24. No one could kind of pull away. It was just more of a defensive type of game. And then the second half, we really started well. We did some adjustments at halftime offensively, which worked well. Obviously, it's a player's game. Players make shots, so everything looks good when the ball is going in the basket. But the one thing I would tell you is I thought that we were better last night than we've been previously in the past this year, where we had lost some games. Because, look, basketball is a game of runs. And in some of the games in the past where we had some leads, the team would make the run, and then we weren't able either to get the stops needed to happen or continue to score. We would go into some scoring droughts. And so I thought last night, even though when they made their run, they scored some, but we were able to continue to score. We got within 6, but then we were able to get some stops again and then continue to not have a scoring drought. And that's part of learning how to win, to kind of get over that hump. And I thought that was a great testament to our young men last night.
And, Coach, you said it great, because I just feel all the time, Coach, it's make or miss. It's not some magical thing. It's like if it goes in or it doesn't, it keeps making those key stops. And I hate when media people who are in my field don't get that concept, Coach, that you and I understand. And I love it.
No, and I was going to say, and that look, I mean – I don't mean to sound elementary, but it really is elementary. It is a make and miss game. Basketball's a very, very fine line, because you're right. I mean, and I always say this, coaches are never as good as people say they are, and they're never as bad as people say they are. I mean, because it really comes down to how the ball, it's, in basketball, and this, you're a sports guy. I mean, it's so much about rhythm and flow and energy.
Yes.
And things are when there's rhythm and flow and energy with the ball, and that thing's going in the hoop. And basketball's different than any other sport. I guess you can kind of say basketball, hockey, maybe soccer, sort of similar, but it's different than football. When football has a play, you reset, you're in a huddle, you can call your play, both defense and offense. Baseball, you make the pitch, you reset. In basketball, it's free flowing. It's so much of its instinct and momentum and rhythm. And that's what makes basketball such a great game. But you're right. It really comes down to a good coach, bad coach, to making and missing shots. Yes. And when you're in college, it really depends on 18 to 22-year-olds putting the ball in the basket.
Yes, Coach, I talk to you all the time. It's make or miss. Quit all these different narratives. What's the difference? It went in the goal tonight. That's all this difference. It went in. Right. That's all it was. Right. So I try to tell people that in my field, Coach, all the time, but they don't. JR don't know anything. It's always more than true with JR. No, it's not. It's make or miss.
No, and you're right, and it is make or miss. And look. I mean, obviously, you've got to have your system in and the concepts and player development to get guys better, so they put them in positions to make the shots. And we've done a good job of player development, of getting guys better here. But I've always liked to say, sometimes when guys who can score and put the ball in the basket, it's just an innate ability, just kind of an instinct. And sometimes when you're making some shots, I use the analogy, it's like standing at the pier shooting into the ocean. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just such the basket opens up. And then when you're not making it, it looks like you're trying to throw, a quarter, 50 feet away into a small can and try to, it's just so much of it's a mental psychology, confidence type of thing.
And, Coach, last night, Moses Wright, second half was awesome. 17 points, man. He helped you for that run. We're talking about how his contribution last night helping your team grow and win these games that you got to win big here late in the season here.
Yeah, look, Moses, and you've seen his development, he's continued to get better. I mean, he's one of the best players in the ACC. I mean, he was no other way to put it. He was a stud last night. He was a flat out stud. And in games like that, we need him to be a stud. We need our main guys to be studly and step up and get it done. And he did that. And he was really good around the hoop, had his 12th career double-double last night. And from where he started, being a 0-star recruit, his only other offer was a Division II offer to where he is now. He's last game or the game before versus Miami, he scored over his 1,000, hit over the 1,000-point mark, and he's really just improved and come a long way. I'm really proud of Moses Wright.
And yes, and also Jose last night, 5 steals, man. No, he's your engine, man. He played so well, but defensively in that zone last night, those 5 steals really helped you out defensively. Get those stops you need to keep the game where you need to keep it, to win ultimately in the end there.
Yeah, I mean, look, we pride ourselves so much on the defensive end, and we lead the ACC in forcing teams into turnovers. We're one of the best in the country at that. Look, and there's other good defensive players in the league. I just don't see how Jose Alvarado does not win ACC Defensive Player of the Year this year. I think he's been the best defender in the league. I would be surprised if he doesn't win that award. He deserves it. He's earned it. The way he is defensively, as many 50-50 balls that he wins. I mean, he just does so many things for you defensively that are huge in helping you win games.
And Coach, him being a two-way guy, offensively sets up your offense and defensive. Because a lot of guys, you know this, they want to play offense, right? But to commit defensively, the way Jose Alvarado does, sets an example for your whole roster. Because you're playing mostly juniors and seniors, but those young guys who see Jose Alvarado every day defend and play offense the way he does, has to make them guys that you develop and say, hey, I want to copy after Jose and make an impact the way Jose's doing it because he's helping us win games every night.
Well, look, I mean, you're exactly right. And the other thing is when you're a smaller guard like Jose is, you have to survive in this league in the ACC as a small guard with such competitive excellence. You've got to compete. And he competes. He competes every possession. The second thing is if you're going to be a small guard in this league and be successful, you've got to be able to shoot the ball and score. Because otherwise teams can start playing off of you and not have to guard you. Jose has really now become a high-level offensive player. Personally, and again, you can say I'm being biased on this, I don't know what guard's playing better than him in the entire ACC, and he's playing as well as any guard in the United States of America in college basketball. I mean, he's as good as any guard right now. He's really playing at a high level, and as you mentioned, he's a two-way player. He's playing it on both ends of the floor at a very, very high level.
And Coach, what I feel like is happening, Coach, to you guys is because look at your record, because you all are better than your record is. I know you're 12-8, but you're better than that because some games you should have won. So I feel like people are overlooking you guys because they're only 12-8, 8-6 in conference play. No, Georgia Tech has been playing great basketball. There's some plays here or there, making some that you want to have back, but you guys are better than what the record says you are. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys compete with your older team down the road because you all have some people that don't have experience and somebody like yourself who's been in the fire for many years.
Well, look, I mean, having a veteran team experience is so important. And what I would tell you is, like our first 2 games of the season, I wish, we didn't do any contact practicing for the whole month leading up to our first 2 games. On the fact alone that I was from the objective was to get to the games because of COVID-19 protocols. And because we had been shut down earlier than that, and we didn't want to go through that again. And I had felt because we were a veteran team, we could just not practice with contact, get to the games and be able to figure it out. Well, I was so darn wrong on that. And after those 2 games, our players were like, Coach, we've got to practice with contact. And I had said, if we don't practice, we'll end up with contact. We'll end up being 0-27 on the year. We might get to all the games, but we're not going to be real successful. So I knew once we started getting back to normal practices, normal contact. And I apologize all the beeps, but I'm getting all kinds of text messages from recruits and everything else.
Are you good, Coach?
It's a good thing. But I knew that once we started getting back to normal practices, I mean, look, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, so this is new and for everybody. Nobody had ever coached in a situation like this, and so it's uncharted territory for everybody involved. And you're just trying to, there was no manual or how to handle this during this type of COVID-19 pandemic. So just dealing with that. But our guys have responded well. I knew we'd be better once we've been practicing with contact. And right now, I believe we're playing our best basketball at this time of the year, which is a great thing.
Yes, and coach, like you said, man, like the ACC is no easy nights, man, because
No.
8-6 in ACC is a great record because from the top to bottom, it's hard. And like it's no easy night. So to be 8-6 in this conference is a great feat. And you still have an opportunity to even go higher because of what you guys are doing. Older team, your coaching, your ability, and your zone those people off because I see it all the time. People say all the time, that zone Josh Pastner has is difficult. So I said, I know it is, and I'm glad he plays against you so you can win. So
No, you're right. And look, if we can get over 500, so if we get over 500 in ACC, we just need one more win this year. It'd be the first time since 89-90 that Georgia Tech has had back-to-back winning records in the ACC. And I mean, so to be able to do stuff like that hasn't been done here in a long time. We've done some things that haven't been done at Georgia Tech in a long time because you're playing in this league that's the best, college basketball league in the country. And yes, our changing of defenses, our switching of defenses are the type of things that we do. I do think it makes it a tough scout, should I say, and a tough matchup for teams because we're not real traditional on either side of the ball. And so, and when we're playing well, we're a hard team to score on.
And a guy gets playing Syracuse on Saturday. Another team, Bayhound's playing 2-3 zone. It's real interesting how he plays it. So, two zone teams going to each other. It's going to be really fun to watch because it really, once again, that'll be making a miss to get inside the middle and see who kick it out. So we know it's going to be Saturday.
And when you play zone defenses, you're going to get shots no matter what it is. It just comes down to you make them or miss them, and that's really what it comes down to. So, another great opportunity for us on Saturday, Syracuse at home. Then we follow that up Tuesday versus Duke at home, and then we finish out the regular season on the road at Wake Forest. It was the first time since 85-86 that Georgia Tech had back-to-back ACC road wins with the largest margin of victory that we just had. I mean, so the last time they had back-to-back ACC road wins with double-digit wins was 85-86 season, and so that's been a long time. I mean, that's 27, 26 some odd years, and so we continue to get better. We continue to move forward. We continue to try to play the right way, and I'm excited about our group.
And coach, this where you got this job was a total rebuild job. So now, I mean, the alumni should be very happy with you, man, because you have really took this rebuild thing and you've built this thing. You got great guys in the pipeline behind Jose, Michael DeVoe, and these guys, and who you have right now, Moses. So I feel like, coach, you're in a great position, and you've done such a great job developing great young men, a great program from where you got it from when you took over.
No, we've really improved. I really believe in our vision. I believe in our trajectory, where we're going. We got a great recruiting class coming in for next season, a top 15 recruiting class. We've got good young players as well, too. And heck, because of the NCAA rule, they have told that the seniors this year have the opportunity because of COVID-19. If they want to come back, they can come back. So heck, we might have a couple of our seniors come back for another year. Now, I haven't had those conversations. I won't have those until after the season because a lot will depend on, because of the rules, they can actually sign with an agent that is certified by the NCAA and test the waters and still protect their eligibility. So they might want to see what their pro market is, whether it's domestically or internationally, and decide, do they want to come back another year? They want to try to, move on and start their professional career. The other thing that's coming down the pipe that will affect the seniors if they come back is the NIL, which is the name, image, likeness. That starting August 1st, 2021, so 2021, August 1st, this will be the first time ever, student athletes will be able to actually profit and make money off their name, image, and likeness. It's a rule that's being changed in the NCAA. It's actually right now, it's involved in Congress and Senate. It's dealing with it to help have the parameters. So it's all 50 states, because what it was going was different states were having different rules.
Oh yeah.
So to make it uniformed, they were trying to have the Senate and Congress involved. But that might give an incentive for guys to come back. hey, I can actually come back and make some money, whether it's signing autographs, running a camp. So that's going to be a big change in college athletics starting August 1, 2021.
Most definitely. Now, also for you guys who come back, a master's degree, that's so important. A master's degree from Georgia Tech is so important. So I hope you guys come back and get a master's degree and get that started, because I feel like, Coach, having that behind your name, a Georgia Tech master's degree, takes you for anywhere you want in the world.
No, and that might be more powerful than the basketball part, because look, I tell our guys, the average, I mean, let's just say you live to 100 years of age, okay? Well, our guys, even if you're good enough, whether you play NBA or overseas, look, man, you're only going to be playing, it's 8 to 15 years in that span. If you stay healthy, knock on wood and all that good stuff, you will spend more of your life not playing basketball than you will actually playing competitively. So just like you said, that master's degree, that will carry you farther than just playing sports, because eventually Mother Nature and time catches up to you, and you're not going to be able to, the young people then come and take your positions, 10, 15 years down the road. And so what happens then is you've then got to have the next 50, 60 years of your life without playing basketball. And you're going to have to, you just can't sit on the couch and put your feet up. You're going to have to work and be a productive member of society. And like you said, having that master's can actually be more powerful than actually playing basketball.
Yes, because for me, football ended 2009. I got a master's in 2011. I'm radio's been to go over 10 years. Yeah. So I'm a good example of it. Your life will be more without football, of playing competitive playing football, than it is with football. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And you've obviously been very successful in everything that you've done. And you've been able to see that in the big picture of understanding that at some point, for all of us, time catches up and you're just not able to play anymore in a competitive field. I mean, in a way that allows you to do it. And so that's why when you watch LeBron James and Tom Brady and these guys, it's really incredible, how they can be so good at their ages. That they're 1 in a trillion, for that to really happen. But that's not the normal. And also want to give a shout out and prayers. A shout out of prayers to Tiger Woods, obviously, a terrible car accident. Thank God he wasn't life, threatening, but hopefully he recovers. And, we all want to see him get back on the golf course and try to win a couple more, championships. I mean, when you have a chance to see greatness in live action, it's special to see that. And Coach, what you said, man, like I feel bad, Coach. I feel like Tyreek Hill I was before my time, Coach, because I was 5'11", 195 and 09. They told me, you're too small, JR. So I'm like, look at the league now.
Right.
I'm 5'11", 195 then. I feel like I was before my time, Coach.
Hey. Get over to the track, start working out, and see if you can get right back start back playing again. What the heck? I'm
33. I think I'm done, Coach. I'm 33. I'm 34 next month. I think I'm done.
You're done. I hear you.
Hey, radio gonna last for a long time. The knees feel good. The back feels good. Easy money.
The radio will last a lot longer. Absolutely.
Hey, Coach, thank you for your time as always, buddy. Let's look to you on Saturday, man. Hope to talk to you real soon in March, buddy.
I appreciate it very much, and thank you so much. And we got Saturday at noon, Duke at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, finish at Wake Forest, and let's see where we can make some damage in the ACC tournament.
Most doubt, Coach. Hey, Coach, see you, buddy. Be safe, man.
Thank you.
All right.